Okay, we're here in the store. We're gonna be cutting a Parmesan Reggiano. We're gonna do the rough cut. We got this really good Parmesan Reggiano. It's called White Gold. There's the label. Now you need special knives to cut this. These are the special knives. And this is a 90-pound Parmesan Reggiano. So Joe's gonna start cutting it now. Okay, he's got to peel the label off, and we're going to come right over here. He's got these special knives. This is imported from Italy, and it's aged. How many months? There we go. 24-month aged. He's got a special knife there. It has like a little lip on the end. As soon as he cuts down, I'll show you what the lip looks like. And that's what cuts the rind on the Parmesan Reggiano. See the knife? It's got that special little piece there. Okay, so now he's got to cut that. He's got to go completely around the whole cheese. Now Parmesan Reggiano is supposed to be cut a rough cut. A lot of stores cut it with a wire, and that's not the proper way of cutting a Parmesan Reggiano. The proper way is the way Joe's cutting it right now. It's a lot of work, but also it's a lot of money. So you want to do it right. Like I said, it weighs 90 pounds. It's not an easy task. So he's got to pull that knife across the rind. And then after that, he's got these special knives that are wedges. And they wedge in there. And you got to let them stay in there for like a few seconds so the cheese starts to crack on its own. So now he's got the wedges. Wedge knives. Very hard, you got to be very careful. You just leave them in there like that for a few seconds and the cheese will naturally crack. And that's another knife, also a wedge knife. And then he's got another knife coming in. Okay, so he's got to let that naturally crack. Give it about another 20 seconds and then he could work it in a little bit further. Okay. I have to flip it over again and do the other side. Like I said, it's a big process. He's sticking those wedges in. Putting the other wedge in. And there's the other one, and it should naturally crack in half right about now. Now he's going to open that cheese up, and you're going to see the rough cut. Look at that, how beautiful. Look at the texture of that cheese. Absolutely perfect. So now from this stage, he's going to have to cut this into quarters, then eighths, and then little pieces. So now he's going to do the same thing with the knife. He's going right across with that special knife, coming down. It's a whole art in cutting this. This is what you call experience, which you don't find that much anymore. And he's cutting it across again. And now he's going to have to use the wedge knives again. I said, you put them in there and you let them crack on its own. Wait a few seconds. And then you should flip that around and do the same thing on the other side. And then he'll get a nice natural crack on the cheese. It's a little easier to work with now. It's like about 45 pounds on that half. And now he's sticking the wedge knife in there. And you have to naturally let it crack. Give it a little time, about 30 seconds. And it should crack right by itself. Look at that. Perfect natural cut. Now those are quarters. Now from quarters you will do eighths, and then he'll make the little pieces. That's got to be done. They say the cheese tastes better when it's cut this way. I don't know. I never experienced it either way, but that's what they say. But this is the right way to cut a Parmesan Reggiano. It's exactly, he's repeating it the same way. Putting the wedge in. And there it goes. It's naturally cracking. Perfect. There we go. Now from there, he's going to be making the other pieces. Got to cut that one more time. So from quarters to eighths to sixteenths. Like I said, it's a long process, but well worth it. This cheese goes for around $20 a pound. Some stores $25 a pound. It's seen on many recipes on TV. They always ask for Parmesan Reggiano, and this is where it begins from. A big 90-pound wheel. And now Joe's putting those wedges in again. And like I said, you have to naturally let it crack. You just keep it in there and you wait about 30 seconds and it'll start cracking on its own. Here we go. Perfect cut. And then if there's any pieces, we put that in a container and we sell it like that. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the texture on that cheese. Absolutely perfect. Now he's going to show you how we cut the pieces in a rough cut. He does the triangle piece first. Okay, little by little. Now I have to put the wedge in. You see it naturally crack? There you go. Look at that piece of cheese. That's absolutely perfect. Now he's going to do each piece individual like that. He's going to be making the lines and then coming down. And like I said, that's a special knife. It has a little piece on the end that cuts right into the rind. It just goes deep enough where it just cuts into the rind. Just cut one of those pieces right now, and we'll show you how each piece is cut individually. And there you go, a perfect rough cut piece. Good job, Joe.